Your mom is logging into your Netflix in Chicago while you are in college in Minnesota. Netflix says, boop, boop. Hey, baby, I see that this is registered for Minnesota. Who watching that in Chicago?
It's the glow on the screen, the pulse of the night, Jim and Dame in the scene, breaking it right. What's the word? What's the play? We're keeping it fresh.
I have
Fresh
two
start in the
two different things to
space.
show y'all. One is an
Heart
Instagram post,
tender,
and then the other one is an article from NPR. So let's go ahead and talk about the subscription economy and how it's reshaped the cost of living. This is really important because cost of living is a really big variable on family. So drop some drip in the comments. Definitely want to know what y'all think about it on your side of things. All right, let's go ahead and share that. Okay, so some people have been impacted, some have not. One of the things that products have been doing is subscription based. So if you are not aware, there are certain subscriptions to do almost anything like in a vehicle these days. One of the pioneers in this space from a technology perspective is Adobe. So if you are not aware of Adobe, a lot of people only know Adobe because, oh, I get my PDFs and it translates my resume into a PDF, or it just takes a really nice document that you can edit to not edit it. Yeah, I mean, Adobe definitely has done that. It's historically been something like that. However, Adobe has a specific application that creators use, creators in a sense of people who can maybe draw or animate or make things from scratch. Sometimes they will buy Adobe Creative Cloud. Now, Adobe Creative Cloud, as notated in here, they're the pioneer because they did not just innovate from that. They began to basically like charge rent. This is where that concept of charging rent from a technology perspective kind of comes out. So back in the day, used to be like 150 bucks. Okay, so companies, let's bring it back a little bit. Companies used to pay for these, right? Because the average person, what are they doing with Adobe Creative Cloud? If you're animating for a company that would make poster boards or something like that, something special that you would go and actually draw something up, definitely worth the 150. Then over 10 years, now they're putting it out for $7,200. $7,200 is crazy to subscribe. So what's happened? Why is this relevant, right? We're talking about, oh, well, everybody's not going around drawing. Fair. Everybody's not going around drawing. Everybody's not working for a business that needs somebody to go around and draw. But let's look at BMW. So BMW already tried this $20 a month for heated seats. John Deere also tried to use this HP with the printers. All these things are kind of needs that you have in order to use the product that they're providing. Back in the day, I bought a printer, I put the ink in that bad boy, I hit print, boom, it prints. It's not going to ask me about how many pages I get to print. It's not going to ask me, uh, you know, can I only print from stuff I stored in the cloud and then print? What it gets us to is we don't really own our technology. Okay. So I want y'all to keep that in mind. I'll drop this link in there so y'all can take a look at the different things. It shouts out the printers, John Deere, BMW, and subscriptions. So let me go ahead and stop sharing for a second so I can actually look at y'all. Okay. So once again, we'll check the comments. Okay. So nobody's dropped a comment yet. All right. So this is very, very, very important because look at how Netflix has changed the game. I have been a subscriber from Netflix from way back when they used to have the DVDs. Okay, so I used to pay upcharge. I want to say it was like two DVDs a month or three DVDs a month or something like that. And it might have been like $6.99. Okay, cool. But everybody had, and then it was an upcharge, I believe, to get a Blu-ray disc, which is crazy. But I used to pay that. Then they did oh, well, let's have you do some on the Blu-ray, but check out our new platform. It's totally online. Don't even need to see it, send a disc to your house. Then eventually they just said, look, we're not doing DVDs anymore. You're gonna have to figure it out. Then from there, they said, oh, oh, you think you're gonna have a bunch of people just logged in? No, 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 no. You're not. You only get so many logins. Now they've scaled it back where they're able to actually ping where you're logging in from. So let's say you live in Minnesota, but your mom lives in Chicago. Your mom is logging into your Netflix in Chicago while you are in college in Minnesota. Netflix says, boop, boop. Hey, baby, I see that this is registered for Minnesota. Who watching that in Chicago? They're not allowed per our policy. Now, you very well could be visiting mom in Chicago, right? So it could technically have two pings, right? Technically, it's the home base of Minnesota, but you're visiting people in Chicago. But that's where it's come from. Like, remember, a DVD, we don't know where the DVD's lifespan had been. It could have been in the back of someone's car, and here, there, everywhere. And now technology has said, no, no, no. I want to know exactly who is using this content that we've created. Okay, so why is this relevant? Subscriptions. Let's look at the pricing. I believe I was paying like $5. Let's say I was like $6.99, $5.99, something like that. It was like $5, $6 back then. Now, to be fair, $5, $6 back then is not $5, $6 now, but now that same service, right? The service itself has not changed. And now the types of movies and shows, like back then it was like reruns. They didn't have new content, right? But back then it was old content. Now they got new content, like Love is Blind, which I plan to talk about that at some point. Love is Blind and how the like men depiction on there and some of the emotional stuff going on there. But Love is Blind, they got man, I wish I had our co-host on here, but the Squid Games, there we go. Squid Games, you got all these different shows and movies and series. Madness, I just got done watching that. All these are just them serving us movies, videos. They've been doing that, but now it's costing you 5, 6 times more than what it was back when I first bought it, which is crazy. Oh, okay, cool. I got some comments going on here. Yeah, it's just keep that in mind. Now, as we talk about cost, right? I'm like, okay, this is everything subscription. Now that's just Netflix though. We got BMW over here talking about if you want to turn on a feature inside of the car that's $20. Now, it's about to get rough around here. If they're gonna do subscriptions on cars and all this other stuff, people are gonna have to line this up. Is it worth the replay on Netflix for this $20 over here, for this one profile I got over here, or to be able to turn on I don't know, extra air conditioning in my BMW, which is crazy. If you got a BMW that you struggling over $20, wow, but you never know. Okay, just because we're talking about BMW today, that does not mean we ain't talking about Kia tomorrow. Okay, these all laid foundations. Like I just said, Adobe ain't got nothing to do with the car industry. Adobe has nothing to do with the entertainment industry, right? Let's bump it up a notch more. Netflix secured subscriptions. Like, so Netflix is a subscription. Y'all can't just log in and just watch Netflix, right? You got to pay. If I'm not mistaken, the NFL is on Netflix. Everything's turning subscription. Now, why is this important?
Talking real, no filter, no mask. Every story unwrapped like it's your flask. Sip it smooth, sip it deep, stay awake. A squad rolling through, no breaks. What's the buzz? What's the tea? What's the play? Gem and